So, I just want to say, first of all, congratulations to you and your team on what you
Thank
guys
you.
accomplished, because I
Thank you. Thank
did
you.
get to see your short at Frightmare, and I also
Mhm.
got to see it at Houston Horror Film Festival. And
Oh,
so
yay!
I got to see a little bit of an evolution to it, you know?
Hmm.
And I heard a little bit of a rumor about like how tight of a schedule you had for like filming and getting it ready for Frightmare. Can you tell me a little
Yes,
bit about that?
we did. So I came up with the idea. I was vending at Houston Horror last year, last August. So this idea has been kind of floating around since August 2024. So it was December. It was right after haunt season when I was able to like finish the script. I got the script finished and I was ready to go. And so I talked to my cinematographer Robert, who's the media manager at Dark Hour, and we sat and we talked it out. And we I had originally written a full feature script. I was like, hey, I want to do this across several months. I would love to have it ready for Texas Frightmare, but it's not an end all be all for me. It's fine. What do you think? He was like, I think with our work schedule, we cannot do a full feature. And I was like, you're absolutely right. I'm just a little ambitious and it's okay. He was like, but what about a trailer? Because Nosferatu had just come out and we both were very, very like just inspired by that film.
It was
And
beautiful.
it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. My girlfriend is a literary like fiend, and so she
Okay.
saw it and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that was the most beautiful thing ever!" And I was like, "It is. It's gorgeous. It's a masterpiece." So we decided that we were going to change it into a trailer and give kind of that oomph. And submit it to the fake trailer showcase and in it Texas Frightmare. So our timeline was I met with everybody in February. Coffee, thank you. That's my little dog Coffee. She has a lot to say.
She has a lot of caffeine energy.
She does. She sure does. But oh no, let me put them away. Give me 1 second. Let me put them away.
It's
It's
totally
fine.
fine.
It's fine. So we started meeting with everybody. I want to say end of February, early March. It was right before Trans World, and everybody was kind of like, so we tried to squeeze in a little production meeting really quickly. So we had from end of February, early March. We had originally we were going to film in April. But unfortunately, due to some things that were going on in production, we had to like push it back to May. And we started filming. We filmed May 4th, so we had that small window of time to get our lead demon is in silicone face, hands, arms, and a full latex bodysuit. So we had all of that to do in that short amount of time, and we did it. I'm really proud. I'm really proud of my team and the time that they took from their busy schedules to be able to make this happen. Truly and
I
honestly.
mean, it was an incredible feat. Look at movies now as a filmmaker and like what it takes to actually put that together. And it's phenomenal when, a group of people with a shared vision come together and everybody has such a different set of skills. And, I think that brings up a question, how does your background in haunted house work affect your filmmaking process?
So I have been hunting since 2023. So this will be my second, third, no, it's like third year, I think. This is like my third haunt season.
Okay.
So I also have a background in theater. I went to school for technical theater, and I have always been like in the fast pace. Everything has always been fast paced. I used to do costuming, so I've done like 16-second quick changes, like off stage, and just did it. So I've always been in that fast paced world. So it was kind of slipping back into some old shoes. But haunt season definitely has really opened my mind to like the possibility of different types of scares, because you get a lot of different customers that come through and they're like, I'm not scared of you, you're not scary, and then you turn around the corner and you go, I'm going to take your shoes. And they're like, what? Why? Why are you going to take my shoes? So it's really opened a lot of creative possibilities that I didn't truly expect when I started haunting. From a young age, I was like, I want to do scary things. I want to do special effects. I want to do all of these things. And like, I did theater for a really long time because I really loved it. I grew up with it with my older brother. He did a lot of theater. And so haunting has really just kind of like made this beautiful little love child of the both of them.
Trying to explain to my non-haunt friend yesterday the kind of people that are in a haunted house, and I'm like, they're theater kids. They're the weird theater kids that just found each other.
Weirdos. We just found each other, and it's fun.
Yeah, and we just play, and it's a great time. So, as a director, you're talking about the different kinds of scares that you've been, opened to. How do you build that tension, and especially with, a fake trailer or a micro short or, just something that is very concise? How do you create the dynamics of that, ebb and flow in such a short time?
So to go back to Nosferatu, I really loved how we didn't see him. We did not see him throughout the entirety of the movie. We saw little bits and pieces of his hands, silhouettes of his face, things like that. So I've been really drawn lately to I want to build that suspense of there's something there and I can't see it. I can't see it yet. So then when you see it, you go, oh my God, what is that disgusting, gross thing on the screen? And I suffer from a lot of sleep paralysis, hence a sleep paralysis demon infecting a church a little bit. And I have never seen my sleep paralysis demon. I've never seen him. He is just a shadow that hangs out in the corner of my room. He'll sit on top of my chest and it's totally black, just all black. I don't even see any eye, nothing. It's just a silhouette. And so I've wanted that fear of like, I can't breathe on it to be what everybody else sees in the trailer and hopefully in the full feature when we get the opportunity to do it.
Awesome. So let's backtrack half a second. Tell me a little bit about the story.
Sure. Yeah. So, Shadows at the Altar is the prequel to a short that a ad campaign that I did to promote my business going to Houston Horror Film Festival. The original is Shadows in the Chapel, and it's a priest comes in and he is helping this really dilapidated church, and there's something there. And it takes him, and it's just the whole, it's Gateway to Hell Studios. That's what's infected this church. And I've always loved playing on the darkness that comes in with like religion and like Catholicism specifically, because it's very, very eerie, very creepy. So Shadows at the Altar is kind of the prequel before that, when the churches just started falling apart and Father Alexander comes out of the goodness of his heart to help the congregation, but he has some baggage that he has along with him, and he falls for one of his clergymen. He falls madly in love with him, and he struggles with this internal turmoil of like, no, I am a man of God. I can't do this. And in the full feature script, Deacon Matthew has a really big turning point where he's like, I did this because I thought I could hide a piece of me, but I can't hide a piece of me anymore. This is not, like, you don't have to do that. I don't want to do this. Let's not do this anymore. And so you get to see the transformation of his character realizing, I'm comfortable with who I am. I can't do this anymore. And Father Alexander, who chooses a more self-destructive route and manifests everything that he has hidden into this demon that is only feeding off of him, not feeding off of anybody else. He is it's a very androgynous demon. I say she because our actress was a girl that we had play her, but the demon is this physical manifestation that he has like caused. It's his, he's thrown it up, and there she is. So there's a lot, without giving too much away from the full feature script, that's kind of the essence of what Shadows at the Altar is.
I mean, I know that horror has like a really long history in dealing with societal fears, and especially around queerness, and transploitation. I've been doing a video deep dive into slashers. Who, and it's crazy how 60 years ago, Psycho, and a year later, William Castle's Homicidal came out. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yes. I haven't yet.
It's a wild ride, but it's transploitation, and it comes down to like even sleepaway camp, and honestly, modern films like Terrifier.
Yes,
it's crazy, the misogyny. It's crazy, the homophobia. It's crazy that we keep having to address this, and we keep having to tell these stories, and I know you live in the same world that I do right now, and it's a very polarizing, we'll say, time. It's a very scary time. Why do you feel like it's important? Because I struggle with, wanting to create when there is so much happening in the world, like why is it important? Why do you feel like using horror as a tool or a medium to tell these stories is so important?
So I find horror in alongside like adrenaline seeking. Everybody wants to go on the big scary roller coasters and feel that rush, and that's what everybody wants to feel when, if you look at the paranormal like activity movies like in the early 2000s, you would see those the shots of them in the theater, and everybody's like like that. Horror brings people together, whether you like the content or not. You're there seeing a scary movie. Same thing goes for haunted houses. You're there to be scared. Whether you allow yourself to be scared or not is up to you. But I think it's really important to be able to tell the stories that nobody wants to hear, nobody cares to hear, especially with the current state that we're currently living in. It's really hard to see a lot of queer people represented in media. It's really hard to see a lot of people of color represented in media, because I didn't come to be comfortable with myself until I went to college and really figured out that I am queer and this is who I am and this is who I stand for. Had I had seen more representation, like the only person that I saw of color in media was, I saw a little bit of America Ferrera, but I didn't see a lot of her. I saw Princess Jasmine, and that was it. There wasn't a whole lot of people growing up that looked like me, that were, had the same body types as me, or they had the same skin color as I did, or, queer people have been the butt of everybody's joke for a really long time. And we can joke, that's fine. We can joke a little bit. If you take the Scary Movie franchise, like they do a lot of like queer jokes, and some of them haven't really aged very well in my personal opinion. And that is such an iconic franchise. I want queer people are not the first people to die in horror movies. We're not.
They're also not always the homicidal maniac that's going around.
Exactly. They're
like
because Angela of their. Yes. Oh, I love the Sleepaway. I love Sleepaway Camp. Love that movie. I think it is aged terribly.
So terribly.
Terribly. It is such an iconic movie, but it is aged horribly. Oh, she's actually a little boy. Like, what?
She's not even a little boy. She's like a werewolf. Like, the reveal, it's so, like, animalistic and guttural, and, like, that's a grown-ass man's body. That is not... Wait, anyway.
A prepubescent child. Yeah, anyway.
We'll move on.
Well, yes. But I think it's time that we see people of all shapes and colors and identities in media, because there's some kid in school right now that's like, I am the biggest freak alive. I always thought that. I was like, I am just the biggest freak alive. I didn't fit in anywhere. All of my friends were out having boyfriends, and I was just like, don't touch me with a 10-foot pole. Like, get away. You know, so everybody deserves to feel seen in some way, shape, or form.
So, what do you feel like authentic representation in horror would look like?
I think we're not just the stereotypical of like, hey girl, how's it going? Like, we're actual people. Like, we are human beings that just happen to be queer. Like, I loved the Pixar movie Buzz because they did not make a spectacle out of gay people. And they said, this is, like, he was gone away in space or whatever. Oh, I'm getting married. This is going to be my wife. And he was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. I'm so happy for you. We are not a spectacle. We are not a spectacle. We are not a sideshow, like, attraction that you can look at. So we're just people, like, this is my, like, I want to see, like, some teenagers in a seance group and be like, hey guys, I brought my girlfriend, I hope that was okay. Oh yeah, bring her in, come on. Like, I want to see more humanized people in media. I don't want to see the stereotypical tropes of, oh, here's the little gay boy and he's going to come in and he's actually our secret killer, and because of his repressed queerness, like, he decided he's going to go kill people, because that's not what happens in the real world. It's not. That people who don't feel seen act out because they're crying for help and no one can hear them. No one chooses to hear them either. So
I think that's like a bigger commentary on the fact that we keep having to explain or validate existence. And I think it's a real shame. And I think, there are some good modern examples of that are happening, but I think that they are few and far between. So
very few and far between.
Do you feel like the horror community has really embraced you as a new, indie filmmaker who is, trying to get into the industry, and how has that been for you?
It has been so wonderful. It has truly been amazing. The amount of feedback that we have received from Texas Frightmare to now, and to the other film festivals that we are submitting to, everybody has come in with open arms. And to touch on the most recent Houston Horror Film Festival, the questions that we were being asked, well, where's the rest of it? We want to see the rest of it. And I was like, I want to show you the rest of it. There is so much more to this story that we didn't get to share with you in the 5 minutes that we had. And everybody has been so sweet. Everybody in the horror community is some of the nicest people on the face of the planet. We do some of the wildest things, and we are some of the most, like, open and embracing people, and it's been amazing. I am just blown away by how much love and how much support everybody has shown. Even the people at my haunted house, they have been like, so Regan, can we see it? I know you guys did it. I saw clips of it online. Like, when do we get to see it? And I'm like, well, I'll show it to you in a little. I'm still doing the festival circuit, and once the festival circuit's over, then I can share the full length with everybody so everybody can see it everywhere. But it has been, oh man, it's been, I'm at loss for just how much kindness everybody has shown me over this little project.
That's awesome. So what do the next steps look like for you to, get to that feature?
So right now, I have been submitting to festivals as much as I can, any and everywhere, just so we can get a little recognition and see, like, hey, look at what we're doing. This is the project that we have, when we really want people to see us. And once we go through there, I've been applying to some film festivals with cash prizes, just so we can start, like, gaining some funding. I definitely want to do some Indiegogo and crowdfunding, and see what people would be interested in being a part of, how they want to help, what they want to see, because it's not as cost effective to make a full feature film. In case anybody didn't know, I funded the entire project of Shadows at the Altar because I was in a really good place financially, and I was able to. And now I would love to apply for grants. I want to do crowdfunding. I want people to see us and go, ooh, I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to be a part of the credits. You know, I ever since I was little, I was like, I'm going to be in the credits one day. One day. I don't know what it is, where it is, or how I'm going to do it. I want to be a part of that in some way, shape, or form. So that's kind of next steps for us as of right now.
Got you. That's awesome. Well, thank you for talking a little bit
Of
about your
course.
film.
Thank
I
you.
do want to talk to you about the festival as a whole.
Absolutely.
What were your thoughts on this year's Houston Horror Film Festival?
So my girlfriend and I, we go every single year, like I mentioned. This event is kind of like we're located in the Arlington area here between Dallas and Fort Worth. So this is kind of our, like, we send the dogs to my mom's house. This is our little vacation. This is our time away from everyone who doesn't really know us. And like, we know a lot of the vendors and people there just because of our years going. So we had a really lovely time this time around because we got to see it from a new lens. We got to see it from a filmmaker's position, and people would come up to us and go, "Hey, you're a filmmaker. What do you have showing?" And I would tell them, we have Shadows at the Altar. Here's a flyer. We passed out flyers everywhere. It was so different from being regular patrons, and then last year we were vendors, and then this year we are filmmakers. And even the celebrities were really nice. We got a couple autographs this year. We didn't get too many because we were like, we need to promote the film, so we're gonna do that. But even some of the filmmakers, like I had Caroline Williams, who plays Stretch in Texas Chainsaw 2, tell me, on what I had signed from her, she was like, keep making movies, keep doing it. And it was this, I nearly cried because Texas Chainsaw 2 is one of my favorite in the entire franchise. And even Bill Moseley was like, give her a filmmaker's discount. Like, I'm not going to take any more money from this kid. Like, it was the sweetest thing to be seen by these people in the industry as one of them. It was,
Wow.
oh, it was,
I'm
it
gonna
was,
cry for you.
I know. I was like, my girlfriend, I was on stilts that day when I went to go see them. And so they were like, oh my gosh, you're a filmmaker and you do stilts? And I was like, yeah, I kind of do a little bit of everything. And my girlfriend was like, okay, you need to walk away because you're going to start crying. Let's go. Because
Right.
and then I walked into the lobby and yeah, I was like in the lobby with half of a silicone piece on, just sobbing as I was just like, they told me to keep making movies, and
I feel validated.
I know, I'm seen in this world. So
That's awesome. Well, that's amazing. So this year, you've seen just like a progression as like a patron to a vendor to a filmmaker, but just as a whole, how has this festival kind of evolved over the last several years that you've noticed?
we're getting a lot more people, and like that can be kind of you've seen Texas Frightmare, like it can be good, it can be bad, it's a little bit of both. The popularity has been just astounding. People love to see us. People love to see all of the things. But I talked to many people. They were like, "Oh, this is our first time here. We've never been here." And I was like, you better make this a year thing because you're gonna want to stay here. Like Scott and Tony, who run Houston Horror Film Festival, have been so nice. I've spoken to Scott about vendors because he runs all the vendors. Tony is in charge of the film festival portion, so I've been able to talk to both of them, and they are some of the loveliest people. Their hearts are in the right place, and if you have an issue, you go to him. You go to either one of them, and they're like, "We're gonna fix it immediately." And it's so nice. It's so refreshing. We're getting a lot bigger, so I have a feeling maybe this next year is probably going to be our last year in the space, unfortunately. But that's just me. I mean, we could totally, I mean, we still have room. There's still room. But that's just me, like, thinking ahead, like, oh, we could totally, I know, I was like, we could probably move.
Here was my only, like, visual cue that, like, okay, this is a little bit too much, because it's the parking. Because like when Goldilocks was filming,
Yes,
and they were like, come get your cars. I was like, what's going on? And that was the biggest thing, was parking. Like,
Yes,
even
parking.
from day one, like, just trying to get in there the first day was
Yes,
crazy.
that's kind of been the thing that we have like tried to plan for every single year, because we used to stay in the host hotel across the street at the Hilton, and now that we've been able to stay at the Marriott itself, we haven't had any issues. But I was like, okay, if we leave the car, it's gonna be hard to come back in. And I actually had a friend, my friend who is our special effects makeup artist, Ziggy. She got her car hit in the parking lot at Houston Horror Film Festival. And it was like, yeah, oops, big oops, yeah. And she was parked too, mind you. We came back from our showing from our micro shorts, and it was just like, oh, what happened? And fortunately, they left a note, and then everything's getting worked out and things like that. But like, the parking, we need to maybe figure out something with parking. Yes, I totally agree with you there.
That was the scariest thing all weekend.
Yes.
I was like, the first day I was like, oh, my car is definitely going to get hit because I'm not in a parking spot. I'm like on the median, but they told me to park there. And I'm like, okay. So, and then when, everybody that was in the painted part got towed, that was wild. So, yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know. Like, I feel like Houston Horror Film Festival is what Texas Frightmare used to be.
I agree. Yes.
By the airport.
Yes.
That.
Yes.
And that's, I don't know, the thing that I hear most frequently from those patrons is like, oh, I miss when it was at the hotel. And, I get the intimacy of it. Like, I get that. But, I want there to be more chairs in the screening room. I would love if there were 2 screening rooms, and then you have a little bit of time in between each of them. And the other thing, like, I didn't know where the panels were. These people standing around, and I was like, oh.
Yes, that was the one thing that I had issues with, is that I didn't get to go to the Texas Chainsaw panel, unfortunately, and so I don't know, because I was like, where is it? Because like the room that we were in showing our micro shorts is usually the panel room. And I was like, okay, so where? And then there's another room, and so it was definitely. I agree with you there. I love the intimacy that Houston Horror brings, because I was able to go to Texas Frightmare when it was at the hotel. And so we definitely have lost a little bit of the intimacy, but we have so much more opportunities for people now in the bigger space. And I think that we can still find that intimacy there. It's there. You just have to look for it.
It's the people. It's not the pets,
Yes,
so,
exactly.
I agree. So I had a blast at this festival, and I will definitely be going again next year. It was my first time, so, I didn't really know what to expect, and I'm a planner, so when things
I am
going
also,
to plan, I'm like,
yes, I'm also a planner. I'm the planner. My girlfriend's like the fly by the seat of the pants kind of girl, and I'm like, honey, we can do that, but we also have to have like a plan, just a little
and then
one.
another plan, and then like another plan.
Yeah, and a backup, and
another plan. That would be super. Yeah. So, all right, it was a pleasure getting to talk to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm gonna put all of your link tree stuff and everything.
Yes, absolutely.
In the bio, in the description, and then and then I will hopefully see more of Shadows at the Altar and everything Gateway to Hell has to offer. So I wish you luck.
Thank you so much.
How many more
appreciate it.
festivals are you going to this season?
Well, I've submitted at least to 2 or 3 more. One of them is in Austin. It's for the Ethereal Horror Fest. So I'm excited to see what outcome is for that, but I won't know the outcome for that until like in the midst of haunt season. So it's gonna be so fun. Yeah. I have one that I submitted to. I believe it was in the Chicago or Atlanta area. In a couple days, actually, on the 17th. I just looked at the calendar. I was like, oh, they're gonna tell us if we got in or not. So. Awesome. I know, it's exciting. It's exciting to see, and people have a lot more categories now for micro shorts, which is crazy because we shot 4 hours of footage, 4 hours of footage, and Robert, our cinematographer and our editor, he scaled that down to just under 5 minutes. He's a genius. I love him. I love him. I'm going to do a little plug of him. His artist Gulio on all sorts of social media. He is amazing. He is so talented. Him and his wife run Eden Rache Studios, and they're just some of the most wonderful people to work with. I told him, I was like, you're never going to get rid of me. I hope you know that. Like, we're going to, like, you're going to see my kids grow up. I'm going to see your son grow up. Like, that's just what's going to happen.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you and your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, for sure. So I want to encourage everybody to follow Regan on Gateway to Hell Studios. Go see her at Dark Hour if you're,
if you're feeling frisky.
Yeah, it's a great show. I can attest to it. Been many times. So have a wonderful haunt season. And
thank you.
Great, good luck on the films. So.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.